Hey guys, Robert Randolph here. Just put out a video yesterday, actually, but while I was doing that, there were some new kayaks that dropped at ICAST. I wanted to get you guys a first look. Some of you guys have probably already seen those yesterday, but I want to put all three of them in one place that got dropped yesterday. Give you guys some links at the bottom to these manufacturers' websites, and just kind of give my thoughts or initial thoughts on each one of these. So we're going to get right into it. Appreciate you guys watching this. Anytime something new drops, a kayak or something that is going to shake up the kayak fishing world a little bit, we're going to try to bring it to you here as quickly as possible. So let's get into this. The first one we're going to look at is the Skiff 117. So let's take a look at the video that Bonafide put out about this, and then I'll give you some specs and give you my thoughts on it.
I am super excited because today I get to show you the all-new SKF 117, or as we call it, the Skiff 117. This is brand new for the summer of 2023, and as you can see, this is a flats push-poling platform inspired by skiffs.
All right, and they did on their website, on Bonafide's website, they have another video that's linked into their website, and I was able to figure out how to clip that as well. I'm going to show you that, which gives you a view all around the kayak. So let's take a look at that. All right, now I'm going to switch back.
I am super excited.
Switch back to this. All right, so initial thoughts on this. Obviously, a 117, it's 11 foot 7 inches. This kayak is 34.5 inches wide, capacity of 425 pounds, and the kayak weighs 65 pounds. I believe that is without the seat. But the manufacturers are going to put the lightest weights on there they can. So most of these weights are probably be without the seat and, without being rigged out. So just initial thoughts of this, man, for some backwater, saltwater, marsh fishing. I think this looks like it's going to be a great kayak for Bonafide. Also, the price point, $1,249. So relatively lower price point kayak. You do have the ability to put some motors on this. It has the power pole, 4-hole bracket on the back of it. It's got handles everywhere, so it'll be easier to car top for those of you guys that car top. My first thoughts of this is I think it's going to be a great option for some backwaters, some skinny water, and like I said, in those saltwater marshes, going after redfish and trout. So I think that's going to be a hit for Bonafide. Next up, to me, is probably the most advanced kayak system, I'll call it, that's out there. When you look at it. So this is going to be the Old Town ePDL. So this is on their big water hull platform, which is super popular, especially for offshore larger lakes. It takes the water and takes those waves very well. So let's watch a little clip of this video that they put out yesterday. So there you can see this Old Town Sportsman ePDL. Basically, what they've done is they've included a battery. It's a 36 volt, 20 amp hour battery. They've included this with the kayak. They've included the motor system that is integrated also to the pedals. So the pedals and the motor, you can work just the pedals, you can work just the motor, or you can actually work both of those together, which alleviates some of the strain from pedaling. It probably saves some battery if you're operating the pedals with your feet along with the motor assisted. So I like a lot of things about this kayak. They were really forward thinking and making the screen of this. There's a screen that's right in between the pedals that shows some battery life. They made that where your polarized sunglasses, it works with your polarized sunglasses. A lot of times, if you're looking at a fish finder screen, a lot of times people have a hard time with polarized sunglasses because it takes that glare off and screens are harder to see. So they were forward thinking in that. A little bit of the specs on this kayak. It is 13 foot 2 inches long, 36 inches wide. The weight capacity of it is 500 pounds, and the weight of the kayak, Old Town has it listed as 122 pounds. So that's a little bit on the heavier side. It's going to take some doing to get that in and out of the water, but once you get everything on a normal kayak, motors, batteries, and stuff, you're pushing right around there anyway. So that's not a lot different. I forgot to say, let's see, the drop date on this is, their website has it listed as January 2024. So they're rolling this out at ICAST, and then they're dropping it about 5 months later. So, or actually almost 6 months later. So that's a while to wait for this. If you're an Old Town fan and you've got your eyeballs on this, you can go pre-order it on their website. Those links will be down below. The price tag on this one, I haven't seen it printed anywhere, but I was on a different podcast last night with one of the Old Town team members, and he said that the retail price was going to be right at $6,500. So that's going to be up there. We had a little bit of discussion about that last night, and by the time you, let's say, get another kayak, you're going to spend $3,000 to $4,000 on the kayak. You get a lithium battery and a motor. You're pushing up close to $6,000 on a lot of these setups already. To have everything integrated in, are people going to pay $6,500? My thing was, I like to split mine out just a little bit. If I was going to have all those options, you don't have to get those at once. You can get a pedal kayak, and then you can add things as you go. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the market reacts to this. The next one is the Native Watercraft Titan X Propel. So let's check that out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Greg Blanchard with Native Watercraft, and today I'm introducing you to the new Native Watercraft Titan X 12.5.
All right. So, Greg Blanchard has been fishing out of that Titan 10.5 on all of his videos. He was one of the YouTubers we featured in episode 1. If you haven't watched that, go back, check that out. Probably the most well-known YouTuber as far as kayak fishing goes. So this setup is very interesting because they have really, I feel like, thought this out very well. You have their Propel drive, which is probably, in my opinion, the most reliable drive out there. I fish out of a Bonafide. I've got the P127, and it's the same drive that Bonafide uses in that kayak. I haven't had any issues with it. I love the instant reverse, and I like the drive. Some people like other drives better. I like the Propel drive. I like how durable it is, and you know what you're getting every day when you go out on the water with that. So they have a lot of integrated plugs that are already, they're going to come on the kayak. So this is going to save you a lot of rigging time. So up around the motor, you have a power outlet. You have also outlets that are going to your fish finders. You have room in the back for a Torpedo or an NK180. Just a lot of things on this kayak are very well thought out. Some of the specs on it, the length on it, and they dropped a Titan X 12.5 and a Titan X 10.5. So the one that's pictured here, I believe that one is the 12.5. So it's 12 foot 8 inches wide or long, 40 inches wide. The weight capacity is 500 pounds, and Native did not list a weight on this kayak. It just has a question mark where the weight goes. So that's probably to be filled in later, but I would say it's going to be on the heavy side for sure. And that price point on the 12.5 Titan X 12.5 is $35.99. Now that does not come with the motor, the battery, like the Old Town ePDL already came with those two items. But by the time you add an XI3 and a lithium battery, you can probably get both of those for, the XI3 is going to run you about $1,200. A good lithium battery is going to run you around $400. So you're going to put another $1,600 into that on top of the $3,600. So you're sitting at around $5,200 with kind of what this comes with versus what the Old Town ePDL comes with. I do like they also have the mounts for your fish finders that go directly behind the pedals. I like that setup. Me personally, I like to be closer to my fish finder, so I have mine side mounted, but I do like that option. I looked at that on my Bonafide P127 and decided I did not like those screens that far away. I was actually going to put a Hobie H rail across there, and when I got to messing around with it, I just decided against it. I like my screen to be closer. There's a lot of people that fish with their screens right there, though. So the specs on the 10.5, 10 foot 8 inches, it is 38 inches wide. The capacity on the 10.5 Titan X Propel is 475 pounds, and that price tag on the 10.5 comes in at $32.49. So that's a quick overview of these kayaks. I just wanted to show you guys that and have a quick video. For those of you guys that are listening on the podcast, jump on any of these websites and check those things out. And hopefully I'll be bringing you some more products that are driving from ICAST. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.